Game shot.
Yes.
Now then, we're back with the second session of our indoor league game. The heat's on and we're sorting out the quarter-finals in shove halfpenny, table football and skittles. We've got a needle match in the darts in just a tick. But right now, let's see how a couple of the favourites in the bar billiards clinch their places in the semi-finals. Remember Vera Poboreshek from Bradford? She kept us all on tenterhooks right up to the sudden death playoff round the black skittle. Drop the skittle, she loses. Drop the ball, she wins.
Lovely.
There she blows. Malcolm Ryder, a regular in Vera's own pub, wrapped it up much easier against Ernie Boughton of Barnby North. He tucked away the last two balls, no trouble, when he was well in the lead.
Down they go.
40.
Not bad, but that's note to what we've been seeing from Taffy John, the Welsh wizard. He's the one those two have really got to worry about. Don't forget, it's billiards with booby traps. A game lasts 10 minutes. Knock the skittles over and you lose your score. Best holes to go for are the near end, and double bubble if the red goes down. So it's Taffy John, the school headmaster, and sure enough, he's dishing out a right lesson to Roy Harrison of Gainsborough.
70.
Taffy John, the Pontefract headmaster, is over 1,000 ahead in this game of bar billiards. Duration 10 minutes, at which point a bar comes down and there's no more supply of balls. 7 white balls, 1 red. They keep coming back. The pitfalls to avoid, Taffy John just avoiding one there. The 2 white skittles. If you knock a white skittle down, you lose your break. And that lethal black skittle right at the beginning. If you knock that down, you lose your total. Taffy John, the master of this, the reigning Yorkshire television champion. This is Roy Harrison, the lorry driver from Gainsborough. I think realises what he's up against. Taffy John.
2,130. Roy Harrison 1,120.
Well, over 1,000 in it. Roy Harrison going for the one of the 2 50 holes. Now going up to the top of the table, getting the red down. They vary from 10 to 30, the top holes. The really big ones are nearer the striker. You can use the red ball as a cue ball. You can use any ball as cue ball when it comes back. Oh, well, he was lucky there. He tried to get the white into the 50, but instead got the red into the 100, which is pretty good. Moving up to the top again. And it's going to drop in. That's a 10 hole. So many players prefer to accumulate slowly at the top end, the 10s to 30s. Taffy John always going for the big ones.
Roy Harrison 1,500. 50.
There again, Taffy makes it look so easy. In an earlier match, he scored 900 in 1 break. And they come 60. So very quickly. He's not averse to going up to the top end of the table, particularly when it's getting near the end of the 10 minutes.
110.
Well, with the bar down, Taffy has asked for the nearest ball. You use the nearest ball as the cue ball. And down they go, so easy. Taffy John the winner.
That's Taffy John through to the final. 10 out of 10 from me in a row. And it's Malcolm Ryder or Vera Poboreshek he'll have to play for big money. But let's get on to the darts match I was telling you about. It's the first leg of the quarter-final. Johnny Walker from Hull against Keith Naylor, the Lincolnshire champion. Straight off and finish on a double. Take it from me, these lads are like gunfighters. It's all in the eyes. Walker, a national star who lives off his nerves. 63. Keith Naylor, ice cold from Scunthorpe.
This is Naylor. 40. Looks a close one on the 80. That's good scoring by Keith Naylor, 26. Married, but His wife is a bit touchy about darts, so I'm told. Here we go, 40 for Walker. Walker not on best form. Walker not showing the sort of form that we can know he's capable of, but Naylor very steady.
60.
Steady 60. And at the moment, Naylor leads quite handsomely by something like 70 on the score, but this is Walker now. He trails 40.
60.
That looks like 60. It is 60. That is 60 again. Of course, darts, Britain's most popular indoor sport and probably the most popular participation sport in the country, with something like 5 million players, and these are among the best in the land. Keith Naylor, bang, 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 no trouble, 60 again. This is steady darts. And Walker does not look comfortable. Walker, a little
41.
nervous, one feels. He's come through his rounds quite comfortably. Naylor particularly was impressive in his quarter-final.
40.
He has 40 there. This is Fred Truman having a look, sizing them up. Dead-eye shots, these boys. And this isn't the sort of stuff we expect
22.
from a player of John Walker's class. He was a little bit unhappy about his distancing in one of his earlier rounds, but it doesn't seem to be troubling this man Naylor. That's 40. 45, I think, very close on the wire. Yes, 45. Now he's getting down very near a shot. 71 he wants. Walker struggling. Walker trailing behind. That's a better one. And that one's outside. 60 and 1 away. 71 going. He has 11. 60. You go for the 20. It's double 10 he wants down over there, and that's very, very close indeed. Is it there? It's right on the wire, very tight. Unlucky for Keith Naylor. This is left. Walker back in. Yes, oh, very close. 38 double 16. That was close. And now double 10 over there. 4 o'clock on the board. Here's Naylor. Just inside 6. 2 sevens. 2 sevens. Close. And that's close as well. I think it's just inside. No, it's there. It's there. You can see it's hidden. And that's the first leg to Naylor. The first leg
game
to Naylor.
Naylor.
And
So it's Keith Naylor landing the first one on the champ from across the Humber, Johnny Walker. So that puts him just one game away from the semi-final spot. Walker will have to pull himself together now, but we'll follow that in another programme, because now it's the last rounds of the bar billiards tussle. And let me tell you, Taffy Johnny has got oil in his elbow. See that? And Vera Pobreshek and Malcolm Ryder are fighting it out to meet him in the final. Back in a couple of minutes. We'll see you then. Hey up. Now the question is, who's going to take on the Welsh Wizard in the final? One thing sure, Valiant Vera's getting a right clobbering in her final, but it's not putting her off her bashing and walloping style. She's still toting that cue like a cutlass.
480. Vera 420.
That's the extent of the gap, and down goes the white skittle, so that's the break invalidated for Vera. Malcolm Ryder back on the table, and of course we're getting close to the 10-minute mark, at which point the bar will come down, no more balls will come back, and they'll play off with the balls available. Malcolm going for the small ones again.
Well, Keith, he goes for the small ones at the top because it's quite easy that if he misses a shot, one may drop in, cost us 5 holes to go at, and he keep his score steadily mounting that way.
So Malcolm Ryder, as we get near to the point, the 10-minute point at which the bar drops, is quite content, as Fred says, to go for the... The bar is down, so Malcolm, if he can avoid knocking down any of the 3 skittles, the white ones, which would invalidate the break, or the black one, which would wipe out his total score, if he can keep out of trouble, he's got this big lead. There again, he drops it into the 30 hole, but I think at this point the number that Malcolm is scoring is not important. He's just keeping the balls in play and keeping Vera off the table.
Break of 160.
Well, he was Vera's back, but all she can hope for really is that Malcolm Ryder will knock down the black skittle.
1,640. Vera 420.
And a bit of a half-hearted and rather careless effort by Vera. I think she's conceding defeat. And Malcolm Ryder, this very careful player, as Fred said, he's not a spectacular player. He doesn't go for the big ones. And he's staying out of trouble, staying out of the way of that black skittle and just dropping them in the 10 hole. The holes at the top ranging between 10 and 30. Again towards the top, and again Fred made the point that if you miss with one, there's always a chance another one will drop down, and there's the nearest ball being brought back by the referee as the cue ball. So with the bar down, there are no more balls coming through. You play off.
110.
And with one ball on the table, Malcolm must aim for the 200 hole, which is the one nearest to us, covered by the black skittle. When this ball goes down, the game is over, and of course the only danger for Malcolm Ryder is that he will knock down the black skittle.
Malcolm Ryder 1,750, Vera 420.
The referee making absolutely sure that the players try. One of the rules is that players must try to drop it down the 200 hole. They mustn't play safe. Malcolm Ryder, of course, will want to do that, and it's dropping in.
200. Malcolm Ryder wins 1,950, Vera 420.
Well, Vera, it's done yet.
Yes, I know he did. He was telling me, give me bandit when you come down here.
Was it a case of let the customer win?
True, true.
You let him win, did you?
So we're still sharing, so I'm not bothered.
Oh, dear, dear. Where did you learn to play like? Did you got
In a
a lovely
pub.
break of 400 knob?
No, I learned playing in pub.
You didn't learn to play from your home country
No,
then?
no, we didn't. No. Just in a pub for, you know, spare time job.
Well, when I saw you, Stubby, you were shaking like an asthma leaf. What's the matter with you?
shaking.
What for?
Don't know, they like these old cameras on me, you know.
Oh, well, I think you both did very well indeed. And you're glad that he's through, are you?
Yes, I am, yes. I am.
So-
I'm really pleased.
I suppose if he wins it, it's free ale for the rest of the year, is it?
Oh, no, no, we're going to spend it tonight, not the rest of the year.
No, he's going to... well, like I said, Malcolm Ryder's got a real lad to take on now in this bar billiards final. Before him and Vera get their hands on that brass, it's Taffy John, the headmaster from Pontefract. So far, he's crucified everybody that's crossed his path. Don't forget, it's 100 quid to play for, 50 quid for the runner-up, which can't be bad. So here we go in the big final, with Malcolm Ryder already on the table and Keith Macklin talking.
So Malcolm Ryder under 500 behind against the favourite Taffy John, the Pontefract schoolmaster in the lead. This is Malcolm Ryder, acknowledging a little bit of luck in that shot, but he's going for the bigger ones, and eyes up at the top of the table. That's the 10 hole at the top.
180.
The feeling, of course, that Malcolm Ryder must be more adventurous in this final because Taffy John always goes for the big ones, but there's Malcolm up at the top.
200.
He's got no ball down this end of the table near the big holes. He's put himself in a position where he's got to go up the top.
240.
Drops it down in the 20 hole.
270.
Malcolm Ryder like this, picking them up in 20s and 30s, which of course is fine if you stay on the table,
10.
because with just over 10 minutes to play, theoretically one can stay on the table 10 minutes and never give one's opponent a smell.
370.
Well, Malcolm Ryder approaching Taffy John's score now.
His style's different. There you see, he got a chance of going for the bigger holes, but chooses the top one. I don't know why, but he has. He doesn't seem to have any confidence when he goes for the bigger holes. He doesn't seem to get them.
Break for Malcolm Ryder.
Well, I think he was trying there, but it was rather a bad miss. And he's left Taffy on, of course. Taffy loves them.
630.
Now the big holes are all on for Taffy.
560. 100.
That's a red into the 50 hole, and he's got the red as the cue ball. What a beautiful shot, Fred.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. That's somebody that knows what he's doing and how to play. He's not messing about with the 20s or 30s. He's extending that lead through pure skill. There you see he's shot over the pocket, and even then he's trying to get the ball back down the table to where the big ones are. And 500 nod there in just 3 or 4 shots at the table puts him miles in front again.
Well, down goes the red for Malcolm Ryder. That's made Malcolm more adventurous. He dropped the red ball into the 100 hole, which of course counts 200. That's Taffy John giving his advice and comments on the side there, acknowledging his opponent. Malcolm Wright, I think, realising he's got to be more adventurous.
But there's done it again, Keith. He's got a chance of going for the big, and he's gone right up to the top to the small holes, playing safe all the time, not using the adventure that he should be doing. And he's gone for the smaller one there. Again, I just can't understand it.
Malcolm Wright, skillful as he is, as the point has been made, now he's having to go off the cush. This is not an easy one.
Well, this is bad positional play. Should never leave himself in this position, and he's missed.
Break is cancelled. Taffy John's leading 1,210. Malcolm Ryder 560.
So Taffy John very much in the saddle, this favourite. Thinks about every shot. But there you see a bit of an anti-climax, Fred.
Yes, but once again, he's obviously played snooker or billiards before. He used the angle beautifully to hit that ball and only just missed going in one of the big holes again for another big score. He was very close to it.
Malcolm Ryder having to play that solitary white ball up at the top of the table, just missing the black skittle by a whisker, and again the red ball right at the top. He can't go for the big scores, the 200s. Now he's bringing the red ball back, but of course
No score.
he's in trouble, so Taffy John is back on the table.
Ryder 560.
Now here we'll see Taffy John go for the bigger holes.
And he drops it.
100.
And left the white in a beautiful position so he can go in off with the red again.
Just wiped its feet and dropped
200.
it. Dropping in the 50 hole, the red dropping in the 50 hole, worth 100. And he's got his white ball ready for an in-off. And down goes the white skittle, a rare mistake for Taffy, but of course even when he's a long way ahead, he can only play one way, that's adventurously, and down goes the white skittle. Break cancelled, Malcolm Ryder on again.
No score. Taffy John's 1,210. Malcolm Ryder 560.
Taffy John, the favourite, accumulating, putting 2
40.
white balls down there, not getting much in the way of a score, but of course he's looking for position all the time. There, puts both the red and the white down.
90.
The ball still coming back. The bar will drop at 10 minutes, and then all the balls available in the draw will be played off.
150.
Even there, Keith, he tried to bring the white ball, even though he's got one to play with, he tried to bring the big ball back. And there again, he played over the pocket and even tried to bring the red back into the 100 hole.
And he's left the red ball way at the right end of the table, of course, but he's going up to the top. It wasn't an easy one, so he settles himself
250.
for splitting the 20 and the 10.
But there you see, he's potted both balls, so he's got them both back down on the short one, and he'll go for the big holes again. This is beautiful, skillful play. Beautiful to watch.
The white ball comfortably placed, using the red as the cue ball, and in off.
450.
The red down in the 50 hole, counting 100. Red ball as cue ball again. White ball comfortably placed once more. Down they come.
700.
Makes it look so easy, Taffy John, this Pontefract headmaster. And the red ball again, dropping down the 50 hole. He's got the white ball at the other side of the table with the 50 hole. And he missed it.
800.
A bad miss for Taffy, really, Fred.
Bit unlucky there. He was trying to just do it a bit too narrow, so he's going to leave himself the white ball over the big hole again, you see. But
see, Malcolm has missed the big one again. He was going for the big one and had to be content with the small one up at the top. In fact, that was a good shot.
160.
Malcolm Ryder trailing a long one way behind, and he's wobbled the white skittle.
Break.
That's the end of his break, but it isn't wiped out. If he knocked down the white skittle, the break would have been wiped out.
10.
Taffy getting only 10, but of course bringing the red ball in a beautiful position for the 100 hole. And dropping the red for good measure and bringing it back. Taffy John, he was lucky there.
Break.
Again, unsettle the white skittle without knocking it over.
Taffy Johns 2,180. Malcolm Ryder 720.
So it's a huge gap for Malcolm Ryder.
30.
And of course, with this style of play coming up in 10s and 20s, it's going to take an awful long time to catch up. Nice shot. Dropped it down the 100 hole.
230.
The red ball down the 100 hole worth 200.
320.
This is nice play by Malcolm Ryder. Of course he has to. He's got to build up the big ones. That's the 100 hole again.
420.
End of break.
Once again, you see, he's tried to be a little bit adventurous. He's not come off, and he's left Taffy back in again.
Taffy going in off.
100.
He's always looking to play it two ways, is Taffy. If he's missing one of the big holes, he's finding another one.
That happened just there. It was one of the smaller holes at the top, but of course it keeps him in play. He's only got the top, and now he's bringing the red ball down. So he takes his cue ball. Going for the 100 hole.
250.
And the red ball so beautifully placed. No trouble about that. Drops the red ball for good measure.
410.
See, every time he goes to the table, he's coming away with 300-400, and it just keeps mounting up, and he's putting the pressure on Malcolm Ryder the whole of the time, and this is what he's playing. And he's got such beautiful position sense as well.
420
Well,
break.
Taffy, a 420 break. It's typical of a man that he's disappointed at the end of a 420 break with that shot. Malcolm Ryder not left with a great deal at the top of the table. But the balls are still coming as we reach or move towards the 10-minute mark. That was a nice shot.
160.
The red ball floating down.
210.
Perhaps not far enough, but there's a chance. Both will come back.
280, and the bar is now down.
That means that no more balls will come through into the draw. They will play off the balls remaining in the draw and on the table.
Obviously, once again, you see, he's tried to play safe and gone for the top holes when he could have gone for the near ones, even though he's so many behind. And once more, you see, he's left Taffy John in again.
Yes, Taffy has a
Taffy Jones,
easy shot on the 50 hole.
50.
Beautiful position for the 100 hole, Keith. Beautiful.
Just over the top of the 100 hole for a gentle in off.
150. 180.
Now, since the bar is down, the cue ball is the nearest ball to you on the table. A beautiful double finishes the game.
And 220.
Taffy the winner.
Taffy John wins the 100 quid. Best I've seen. But I'm always willing to hear from any lad who reckons he's better. But one thing I defy you to beat our champs at is this here, table football. Because next week we've got the cockiest pair in the land, Crane and Kelly from Leeds University, trying to get their hands on 100 quid. I'll see you then.